Concise Books. When you write your first book, I'm going to ask you to write a short book. However, even if you plan on writing a lengthy book, I still encourage you to watch this video. Please be aware, though, that even a short book is 20 to 25,000 words long. Although if you're writing a children's book, you may want to write less than that. There are many reasons for writing a concise book. For example, if you want to save some money, your editor will charge you less for editing a short book. This makes sense because a 60,000 word book will take longer to edit. Another reason for writing a concise book is that they can be read quickly. In fact, many of my readers have thanked me for writing concise books. Indeed, some of them, my readers, wouldn't have read the books if they were lengthy. Also, writing a short book forces you to get to the point. Instead of rambling on about unimportant things, you say what you need to say. At least, that's what you should do. Now I realize that what I'm classifying as a lengthy book might be a normal length to someone else. However, in the self-publishing world, books tend to be a bit shorter. So if you self-publish a book that's between 20 to 25,000 words long, that's perfectly fine. The books that I write also tend to have short paragraphs. Although many English teachers would frown on this, most of my readers like it. So I recommend using the paragraph length that works for you. Also, remember that some of the best books are concise. For example, Call of the Wild isn't a lengthy book, but it is a book that many people have enjoyed reading. Indeed, it is a book that I have read several times. I could make a long list of concise fiction and non-fiction books that readers have loved. However, if you search the internet, you will discover that what I'm telling you is true. This doesn't mean that you should never write a lengthy book. In fact, there are some amazing books that are quite long. So if writing a lengthy book is important to you, then go for it. For most beginning writers, though, it makes sense for their first book to be a short one. Indeed, I have written 3 concise books, and I don't feel like I have missed out on anything. Some of you might be wondering if you need an outline. Before you start writing your book, you do, but the outline that I'm suggesting for you is actually a table of contents. You may think that you need more than this, but you don't. Just choose a title for your book and then start writing your chapter headings. If you're writing a nonfiction book, then I would suggest creating a subtitle. The advice that I'm giving you may sound odd, but it has worked great for me. When you were in high school, you were probably taught that you needed an elaborate outline before you could write an essay. At least that's what I was taught. However, what I was taught was wrong. Indeed, my English teachers were more concerned with my outline than with what I wrote. Sadly, I had to take an English class over again because I didn't write my 1,000-word essay. Now, though, I'm writing books that are thousands of words long without all of the Roman numeral nonsense. In fact, it's my belief that creating an elaborate outline is merely another form of procrastination. So instead, just start writing the first chapter of your book. Also, you won't need to do much research before you start writing. Personally, I prefer to do my research while I'm writing my books. Since I only write a little bit each day, I only need to do a small amount of research each day. However, after several months of research, your book will show people that you know what you're talking about. Indeed, you will be the expert that many people want to talk to. There is no need to feel awkward about this. Instead, just be happy that your writing is touching other people's lives. As a beginning writer, you might be wondering how long it should take you to finish writing a concise book. If you're serious about your writing, you'll be able to finish your book in 4 months. At least that's how long it took me to write my first book. When you're writing your book, you certainly don't need to set a speed record. However, you do want to complete your book in a timely manner. Remember, there are many people who want to read your book, so quit dawdling. As you begin writing your concise book, you'll probably start thinking about all the other topics you could have written about. That's fine. Those other topics can be what you write about in your other books. Since you'll be writing your first book quickly, you'll have plenty of time to write books on other topics. However, if you're really excited about the second book which you will be writing, then I have a solution for you. I hereby give you permission to write the table of contents for your second book.